Conditions of the bike also get worse the higher I got. I was hoping that neither the bike or me would fall apart before reaching the destination. A new day arrived. I woke up with altitude sickness. My face started to swell. I got a headache, felt dizzy. My muscles and joints started to hurt. I was ascending quite quickly. The day before, I slept 1500 meters lower than where I was. The human body usually faces altitude sickness from 2500 meters and higher. The correct procedure to avoid altitude sickness is to stop for a few days after every 500 meters increase in altitude. So ascending 1500 meters in one day affected my body a lot. I knew it was impossible to get to lower altitude level in time, so I asked my host if they have something to handle the situation. Garlic thins the blood, enhances blood flow, and helps the body to be more efficient with the oxygen. So they gave me 3 cloves of crushed garlic, which they put in a glass of water, and told me to try to get some sleep. After a few days of sleep, I was supposed to get to Leh at the end of that day. In between Sarchu and Leh is one of the highest roads in the world, exactly 5,329 meters above the sea level. There is almost no vegetation as the environment is very unfriendly for any living organism. I truly enjoyed every meter of the road with the spectacular views. But the altitude sickness affected me the entire day, and especially the last few kilometers before reaching the highest point of my journey was the hardest part. The conditions of the bike also get worse the higher I got. I was hoping that neither the bike or me would fall apart before reaching the destination. While going further and further, I felt like my head was blowing up. It became hard to breathe and I was generally dizzy. Then, all of a sudden, I reached Tanglangon Pass. The entire pass is covered by traditional prairie flags, which are used by Buddhists to promote peace, wisdom, strength, and compassion. Each flag has a mantra written on it, and the mantras get carried by the wind and are believed to spread goodwill and positive energy wherever they go. While I was talking to some Indian guys at the top, they offered me a pill to cure the altitude sickness. While I got closer to Leh, I changed from one state to another, from Himachal Pradesh to Ladakh. One of the most fascinating things for me was how quickly was the environment changing. Not only the environment, but people as well. In just one country, you can find 9 different religions. The most common religion in Himachal Pradesh is Hindi, but as I changed the state, the religion changed to Buddhism. Also, the look of the people has changed, as the life in the mountains is more difficult. The average height is lower, and people have more of Asian look. In the end of the day, I arrived to Leh. The city of Leh is known as a gate to the Himalayan, and people usually start their hike there. Leh is located 3,500 meters above the sea level. My body still wasn't adapted to the altitude. I stayed in the hostel bed for a week with fever, diarrhea and pain in my whole body. I was planning to hike in the mountains, but because of the altitude sickness, I declined to pass. I got a message from my high school friend that he was traveling in India as well. So I headed for the city Srinagar, where he was staying.